Okay, so a lot of times people ask me, when should they start thinking about their letters of reference from their professors, especially when you're trying to get into medical school. I think the main thing you have to think about is as soon as you get your grade for a biology, a chemistry, or a math course, if it is a B or an A, that is the professor you want to get a reference letter from. And as soon as you get that grade, you should send them an email or set up a meeting to meet with them and express your desire to go to medical school. At that point, you can ask them if they would be willing to write you a reference letter, which you are going to need. AMCAS, which is the system that medical students go into and use prior to getting into med school, has a really good program where the professors simply upload the letter to the system and it will go to all of the schools that you are applying to. Um, some foreign schools as well, but not all. So you have to really look at the list that you're um, going to be identifying all your schools on. The other thing that you want to think about as well is your reference letter is let them know a little bit about yourself while you're in that meeting. If you have a resume, some professors would like to see that before they write you a letter. The other thing you want to do is build a relationship with the people that you're going to be getting a reference letter from. I don't mean a full-on relationship, but just so that they get an idea of what your personality is, what your work ethic is in terms of studying, how much time you put in, those things like that, so they can really give you a detailed reference letter to the university. And so I would start thinking about that immediately when you start taking your physics, chemistry, biology, and math courses. Those are all the professors that you want to get a really good reference letter from. And remember, you don't want to get anything in those courses less than a B. If you do get a C, however, there are ways in which you can do a grade replacement on some of those courses. I did get a few C's, and I didn't let that sway me, only because I knew that I was going to be applying to foreign medical schools. And so I had a little bit more leeway. But if you definitely know you're going to be applying in the U.S., please be sure that you get nothing less than a B, and your MCAT is really going to have to be strong. But again, don't let anybody put fear into you about your ability to go to med school. If that is what you want to do, there is definitely many roads to get there. So don't think that there's only one way, one road, and somebody has this big secret about it. Some people go to U.S. schools, some people go to foreign schools, and I chose to go to the Caribbean simply because, I have a good GPA, but my MCAT was not as strong as I had hoped it would be. And so I'm looking at that. And besides, I wanted to be in the Caribbean. I wanted to be near the beach. I figured if they were going to torture me for the next 4 years, at least I could see sand and sun. And, that's just my kind of treat for what I'm about to go through. That's what I was thinking when I applied. So I didn't, I intentionally applied to the Caribbean and really did not want to get accepted to a U.S. school, even though I did apply to the U.S. schools. I just felt like, for me, the environment that I would excel in would be warm or hot and near the beach. So hopefully this is helpful for someone. And if you have any questions or comments, please just write them below and I'll get back to you. Thank you.